In the dead of night, under the watchful eyes of the stars, an elite team of alien thieves descends upon Earth. Their mission: to steal one of humanity's most iconic symbols, the Statue of Liberty. But with Earth's defenders ready to stand their ground, will the thieves succeed in their audacious heist, or will they face a resistance stronger than they imagined? Welcome to the failed theft of the Statue of Liberty, where the battle for a monument becomes a clash of worlds. In the distant reaches of the galaxy, on a planet known for its ancient power and advanced technology, ruled a monarch unlike any other, King Zorak. He was a being of immense ambition, always seeking objects of great cultural and symbolic significance. His latest desire: the iconic Statue of Liberty from Earth, a symbol of freedom and hope that fascinated him. To accomplish this grand heist, King Zorak summoned his most elite team of alien thieves. Leading the group was Star, a master strategist known for his cunning. Alongside him were Lira, the tech-savvy hacker; Kylix, the silent infiltrator; Morv, the brawny enforcer; and Zeon, the sharp-eyed scout. Each member brought a unique set of skills to the mission, making them a formidable force. In the grand hall of Zorak's palace, the team gathered for their briefing. The atmosphere was tense yet electrifying as the king outlined their mission. The Statue of Liberty is not just a monument, Zorak declared, his voice echoing through the chamber. It embodies the spirit of humanity. By taking it, we not only acquire a priceless artifact, but also demonstrate our superiority over Earth's inhabitants. The plan was laid out with meticulous detail. They would travel to Earth under the cover of darkness, use advanced cloaking technology to remain undetected, and execute a swift and clean theft. The statue's removal had to be flawless, leaving no trace behind. With their orders clear, the team prepared for their journey to the Blue Planet. As they embarked on their interstellar craft, each thief felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. This mission was more than just another job. It was a chance to prove themselves to their king and make history. Unbeknownst to them, Earth was not as defenseless as they assumed, and their mission would soon lead them into an unexpected confrontation. The alien craft slipped through Earth's atmosphere like a shadow, silent and unseen. The team's advanced cloaking technology kept them hidden from human eyes and senses as they descended near New York City. Their landing was smooth and their presence undetected, thanks to Lira's expert manipulation of Earth's communication networks. Once on the ground, the thieves activated their camouflage suits, blending seamlessly with the surroundings. Zeon, the scout, took the lead, his keen eyes scanning for any sign of danger. The city lights glimmered in the distance, but the thieves' focus was set on their target, Liberty Island, home to the statue they sought to claim. Sa directed the team with precision, and they moved quickly and silently through the darkened streets. The iconic figure of the Statue of Liberty loomed ahead, its torch glowing faintly in the night. It was a beacon of freedom, but to the alien thieves, it was a prize to be taken. They reached the island's perimeter and began their reconnaissance. Lira hacked into the surveillance systems, looping the cameras to avoid detection. Kylix, ever the silent infiltrator, moved ahead to scout the area, ensuring their path was clear. Morv readied the equipment for the extraction, his strength essential for the task ahead. The plan was coming together flawlessly. They had pinpointed the statue's weak points and devised a method to disassemble it for transport. However, as they prepared for the final phase of their operation, a subtle shift in the air hinted at an unforeseen complication. The thieves were unaware that their presence had not gone entirely unnoticed. As they prepared to make their move, another group was watching, ready to protect what they held dear. The stage was set for an unexpected encounter that would challenge the alien team in ways they had not anticipated. With everything in place, the team braced themselves for the next phase of their daring heist. But as they stood poised to act, the night held its breath, and the silence before the storm hinted at the clash to come. Sar stood before a holographic projection of Liberty Island, the Statue of Liberty towering at its center. His sharp eyes scanned the map as he outlined the intricate plan to his team. "Our mission is clear," he began, his voice steady and authoritative. "We are to acquire the statue without raising any alarms. Lyra, you'll be our eyes and ears. Your job is to hack into the island's surveillance systems and loop the footage. We can't afford any mistakes." Lyra nodded, her fingers already twitching with anticipation at the thought of breaching the primitive human systems. She was a prodigy in technology, her mind a labyrinth of code and circuits. "I'll make sure we're invisible," she assured the team, her confidence unwavering. Next, Sar turned to Kylix, the silent infiltrator whose specialty was moving undetected. "Kylix, you'll take point in neutralizing the human guards. We need to do this without any casualties. Use the stun devices we've prepared." Kylix gave a silent nod, his face a mask of calm. He was a shadow in the night, capable of slipping through any defense without leaving a trace. His task was critical. Any misstep could lead to discovery. Morv, the group's muscle, stood by, his massive frame intimidating even in the dim light of their hideout. "Morv, once the guards are neutralized and the surveillance systems are down, it's your turn. You'll be responsible for dismantling the statue's base and preparing it for transport. We need to move quickly and efficiently." Morv's eyes gleamed with a mixture of excitement and focus. His strength was unparalleled, and he had been specially chosen for this mission because of it. The tools he carried were advanced, designed to cut through metal and stone with ease. Zeon, the sharp-eyed scout, was tasked with monitoring the surroundings for any unforeseen threats. "Zeon, you keep watch and alert us if anything goes wrong," Sar instructed. Zeon was their lookout, his senses honed to detect the slightest movement. With their roles defined, Sar detailed the escape route. They would use an advanced anti-gravity device to lift the statue, then cloak it and their craft before leaving Earth's atmosphere. The entire operation was timed to the second. Any deviation could lead to failure. As the plan solidified, the team felt a mix of anticipation and tension. They knew the risks, but the reward, a priceless artifact of human culture and a triumph for their king, was worth it. With everything set, they prepared for the operation, their minds sharp and their resolve steely. Little did they know unforeseen challenges awaited them, and their flawless plan was about to face its first test. Night had fallen over Liberty Island, and the air was thick with the quiet hum of insects. Under the cover of darkness, the alien thieves initiated the first phase of their daring plan. Sar led the way, the team's cloaking technology rendering them invisible to the naked eye and to the island's security systems, at least for now. Lyra, true to her word, quickly hacked into the island's surveillance network. Her fingers danced over her portable device, eyes focused on the feed. She looped the footage, creating an illusion of calm and undisturbed night. The cameras, now under her control, showed nothing but empty paths and the tranquil waters surrounding the island. Kylix moved like a whisper, his life form gliding across the grounds. He approached the security guards, who were oblivious to the silent menace in their midst. Using advanced stun devices, he incapacitated each guard without a sound. The guards fell quietly, their radios silent, their alert systems overridden by Lyra's expert touch. With the perimeter secured, Morv stepped forward, his powerful frame carrying the tools necessary for the next phase. He approached the base of the statue, the symbol of freedom and hope standing tall against the night sky. Using a specialized laser cutter, he began the delicate process of separating the statue from its pedestal. The alien technology made quick work of the task, the laser slicing through metal and stone with precision. Meanwhile, Zeon kept a vigilant watch, his senses attuned to any signs of trouble. The island seemed still, but Zeon felt a subtle shift in the atmosphere, a tingling at the back of his neck. Something was amiss, but he couldn't quite pinpoint what it was. He tightened his grip on his weapon, prepared for any eventuality. As Morv worked on the statue, Sar coordinated the team's movements, ensuring that everything proceeded according to plan. They were running against the clock. Every second counted. The final phase of their operation loomed, and soon they would need to initiate the extraction. But as the team continued their tasks, a shadow loomed in the distance, a silent, watchful presence that had noticed the strange activity. Unbeknownst to the thieves, Captain Alex Hunter, a seasoned security officer, had been tipped off to potential trouble. As the team neared the completion of their infiltration, Captain Hunter and his specialized security team were closing in, ready to confront the intruders. The thieves were on the brink of success, but the quiet before the storm was about to be shattered. The next moments would determine the outcome of their mission, and they were about to face a challenge they hadn't anticipated. Under the cloak of night, the alien thieves were moving seamlessly through their heist. The statue, now separated from its pedestal, hovered on the verge of being transported. The mission seemed to be unfolding flawlessly until an unexpected complication arose. Captain Alex Hunter, a seasoned security officer with an impeccable record, had received an anonymous tip about suspicious activity on Liberty Island. His instincts told him something was off. With his specialized security team, he arrived on the island under the cover of darkness, prepared for the worst. As the team approached, they noticed odd disturbances. Security systems were down, and guards were mysteriously incapacitated. Captain Hunter's sharp eyes caught sight of strange, seemingly invisible figures moving with purpose. A chill ran down his spine. This was no ordinary breach. It was a sophisticated alien intrusion. The thieves, engrossed in their task, were oblivious to the incoming threat. Captain Hunter signaled his team to take cover and deploy their advanced detection gear. The air was thick with tension as the human defenders prepared to confront the unknown. A stealth drone hovered above, its sensors picking up faint traces of the alien presence. Suddenly, the silence was shattered by the crackling of communication devices. Captain Hunter's voice came through the static, authoritative and commanding. "This is Captain Alex Hunter. Identify yourselves and cease all operations immediately." The aliens, caught off guard, scrambled to react. Tsar, the leader of the thieves, quickly assessed the situation. They had been discovered, and direct confrontation was imminent. He turned to his team, his voice low but urgent. "We need to avoid a fight. Keep your weapons ready, but do not engage unless necessary. We need to find another way out." Kylix, the infiltrator, moved swiftly to position himself strategically, aiming to intercept any direct threats. Zeon, ever observant, scanned the area for the source of the new disturbance. Lira worked furiously to keep their cloaking technology active, trying to prevent the humans from getting a clear view of them. The standoff that followed was fraught with tension. Captain Hunter's team, though initially confused by the invisible enemies, was resolute. They had prepared for various scenarios, including alien incursions, and were determined to protect their monument. The alien thieves, with their advanced technology, attempted to remain hidden while searching for an escape route. The standoff quickly escalated into chaos as the human security team and the alien thieves clashed. The tranquility of Liberty Island was shattered by the sounds of conflict, blaster fire, explosive charges, and the cries of battle. Zeon, the strategist, took immediate control, coordinating the group's response with precision. His advanced alien weaponry, designed to overpower and intimidate, was deployed with calculated efficiency. Tsar, though trying to maintain a strategic advantage, found himself embroiled in a fierce struggle against the tenacious human defenders. Captain Hunter, leading his team with unwavering resolve, fought back with equal intensity. His team had been trained for high-stakes encounters, and their determination was fueled by their duty to protect the Statue of Liberty. Despite the advanced technology of the aliens, the humans' resolve and tactical prowess proved to be a formidable challenge. Morv, the brawny enforcer, used his strength to repel the human attackers, but the sheer number of defenders began to overwhelm him. The alien technology, while powerful, was not invincible. The human team, employing guerrilla tactics and taking advantage of their familiarity with the terrain, managed to gain the upper hand in several skirmishes. Lira, still working on the tech side of things, tried to disrupt the human communications and security systems to give her team an edge. However, the humans' countermeasures were effective, and her efforts to maintain the cloaking technology became increasingly difficult. As the battle raged on, the aliens' superior technology and weaponry struggled to overcome the humans' fierce resistance and tactical acumen. The human defenders were relentless, adapting to the aliens' tactics and pushing them back. The Statue of Liberty, once so close to their grasp, now seemed like a distant dream. The struggle reached its peak as both sides pushed their limits. The aliens, realizing that their mission was in jeopardy, fought with renewed desperation, while the humans, driven by their duty and courage, refused to yield. In the midst of the fierce combat, it became evident that victory was slipping away from the aliens. Their once smooth heist had turned into a desperate fight for survival, with the fate of their mission hanging in the balance. The battle was far from over, but the outcome was increasingly uncertain. As the battle raged on, Sar's strategic mind raced to find a solution. It was becoming increasingly clear that their mission to steal the Statue of Liberty was slipping through their fingers. The human defenders were relentless, and the aliens' superior technology was not enough to overcome the sheer determination of the security forces. With their options dwindling, Sar made a critical decision. "Fall back," Sar commanded, his voice cutting through the chaos. "We need to retreat and regroup. This mission is no longer viable." The order was met with a mix of relief and urgency. The team began to withdraw, but the escape was far from easy. Reinforcements were pouring onto Liberty Island, and the once seamless operation was now a frantic scramble for survival. Morv, still reeling from the intense fighting, covered the team's retreat with powerful bursts from his weapon, trying to hold back the advancing human forces. Lira worked furiously to disrupt the communication systems, creating static and confusion among the human defenders. She hoped to buy her team enough time to escape, but Captain Hunter's leadership proved formidable. Despite Lira's efforts, Hunter managed to alert the authorities, and the island was soon buzzing with heightened activity. Zeon, the vigilant scout, guided the team through a narrow escape route, evading capture by the pursuing humans. The alien thieves moved with precision and speed, their advanced technology aiding in their flight. The Statue of Liberty, once so tantalizingly close, was now a distant memory as they made their way back to their ship. As they neared their craft, the team's adrenaline surged. They had to move quickly to avoid being cornered. The alien ship, cloaked and hidden from plain sight, became their sanctuary. They boarded the vessel with haste, and the engines roared to life, propelling them away from the island just as more human forces arrived. The ship soared into the sky, leaving behind a scene of confusion and chaos. The thieves had managed to avoid capture, but the mission was a resounding failure. The Statue of Liberty remained safely in place, and the humans had defended their monument with admirable courage. Back on their home planet, the atmosphere was charged with tension and disappointment. King Zorak awaited the return of his elite team, eager to hear the outcome of their ambitious mission. When the alien thieves arrived, battered and bruised, the king's demeanor was one of stern disappointment. "You have failed me," Zorak's voice thundered, echoing through the grand hall. "The Statue of Liberty was to be a symbol of our triumph, yet you returned empty-handed. Explain yourselves." Sar, the leader, stepped forward, his head bowed in respect and regret. "My king, we encountered unforeseen resistance. The humans were more prepared than we anticipated. Despite our efforts, we could not secure the statue." Zorak's eyes narrowed, and he remained silent for a moment. His gaze swept over the injured and weary thieves, his displeasure palpable. "Failure is not an option," he finally declared. "You will face the consequences for your incompetence. The honor of our people and the success of our missions are paramount." The thieves stood in somber silence, accepting the king's judgment. They knew they had let down not only their ruler, but also themselves. The failure weighed heavily on their shoulders, and the future of their missions was now in jeopardy. On Earth, the incident became a major news story. Captain Alex Hunter was hailed as a hero for his role in defending the Statue of Liberty. The bravery and skill of the human defenders were celebrated, and the thwarted heist became a symbol of human resilience. The statue remained a beacon of hope and freedom, its legacy intact thanks to the efforts of those who had stood against the alien invaders. Captain Hunter's name became synonymous with heroism, and the story of the failed theft was recounted as a testament to the strength of human resolve. As for the alien thieves, their defeat was a harsh lesson in humility. They would need to regroup, learn from their mistakes, and prepare for whatever challenges lay ahead. The Statue of Liberty had withstood their attempt, but the encounter had left a mark on both worlds, reminding them of the unpredictable nature of interstellar conflict and the enduring spirit of humanity.